Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic power recapper, bottom of the barrel scraper Dave here with you guys on this transformational Tuesday. We have Nick Viall reacting to Sarah calling him out for sliding into her DMs. He goes, where is this coming from? What's going on here? Is it information we needed? No. Is it information we have? A little bit. And is it something worth scraping the barrel? You tell me, reality, Steve.
Barrel scraping Dave.
And that's what we're going to do. Let's get into it. Barrel scraping Dave. It's the off season, baby. And we are just down at the bottom, chiseling off of that dirty, dirty barrel known as Bachelor Nation drama. Do me a favor. If you want to be part of our exclusive community, I do live streams just about every day. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. So if you want to get sauced on a Tuesday, we got it for you. We do it over here. Several hours. You can join our Work with Dave community. So many new people, so little time. Let's get into it. So I made this video, I don't know, 10 days ago, where Sarah was on Game of Roses podcast. Shout out to our friends, Game of Roses. And she says, Nick slid into my DMs. Now, about 20 minutes later, she goes, oh, but it wasn't anything sexy. Slide, when you DM someone, it doesn't count as a slide. So I have to get my ref hat. Hold on. As far as Nick's concerned, there's no foul that Nick committed because he just DM'd her. I get DMs from siblings. They're not, oh, Dave's sister's sliding into his DM. No. It's called a message. Sliding is when you go into someone's DM. Like say Sarah, let's do this. Say Nick broke up with his girlfriend, right? And then Sarah was like, hey, Nick, heard you're single, ... Winky, winky, barrel scraping.
Dave.
Then we got something going on. You know what I mean? We got something going on here. So that's a slide. Stay in school and learn what slide means is all I'm trying to say. I got the meat sweats over here just trying to figure out if he slid into her DMs or not. So anyway, he goes, no, what are you talking about? Like, that wasn't it. And then she actually said that he was campaigning to be the next Bachelor, which that's kind of semantics. We're all campaigning in life to be the best version of ourselves, to come off well. So there's always a performative culture around that. But hey, I do my best to stick up for Nick because I feel like in some ways, look, as a small YouTuber, sometimes he's misunderstood. You know what I mean? And I feel like in this case, he committed zero crimes, so good for him for being like, I'm friends with her. I don't know why she would do this. But then, of course, he throws in a couple moments of passive aggressiveness, which we expect nothing else of. Let's have a listen to him break it down.
Sent a clip of an interview that my friend Sarah Herron from Sean Lowe's season.
Okay.
Sarah, I was on Paradise with her. It sent me a clip. She went on the Game of
Roses.
Game of Roses, thank you. I always say Game of Thrones.
By the way, he's so salty towards non-vetted Bachelor podcasts. Because there are a lot. And I've talked to Nick, and he's told me flat out, he goes, I've checked out your channel. He goes, listen, this is what he told me. He goes, there's a lot of channels that I can't stand because, there's a lot of just random people being like, my thoughts, whatever. And I'm the same way. But, apparently I was bearable enough for him. They call me Bearable Dave.
She went on Game of Thrones, season 8. Good for her.
And they did an interview with her. And there's, hundreds of Bachelor podcasts.
Yeah.
And there's a handful of podcasts.
Because listen, it's a slippery slope when it comes to getting involved in Bachelor podcasting. You sit on the throne of lies trying to pretend like you got an audience and you don't, and then all of a sudden you do. And that's me 8 years later.
Podcasts that were started by fans.
Yeah.
Who have cultivated some success in the podcast space. Game of Roses is one of them. And I think part of their recipe is bringing on contestants from the past.
Okay, so speaking of recipes, whenever there's drama, we go, oh, there's tea in Bachelor Nation, right? We got our little Bachelor Nation tea sort of, cue here.
Do you want a spot of tea?
But I think it would be good, since I'm from Rhode Island, that rather than us calling it tea, we call it New England clam chowder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who they can get access to because they don't have to go through Warner Brothers and all that stuff.
Managers.
And they get people who, haven't done an interview or two in a while. And they seem to be more willing to, I think there's a deliberate playbook, right?
So he's saying Sarah's got nothing better going on, so why wouldn't she talk about this? Now, let me tell you something. You guys know me, Audio Technician Dave, right? ATD. Audio Technician Dave here. They switched to these microphones. I have a nice $400 Shure SM7B industrial, best of the best microphone. They used to have these. These are good microphones. He switches to these little sort of like robust tinny microphone. I call it tinny because listen to the sound of his audio.
They seem to be like, well, you haven't been on in 5 years. And then these people come on and be like, you know what?
So I've heard voicemail messages that have better audio than that. I'm not blaming him. They need to figure out their sound. Now, like I've said before, nobody does sound better than Christians. Christians just kill it on their sound. So we had this video last week we made where Bachelor Clayton was defending premarital fantasy suite bopping against this pastor over here. Listen, this is the same microphone that Nick is using. Listen to how the Christians are able to edit their sound.
Told me that, and this person's probably watched every
That is the voice of God. Listen to the resonance. Listen to how bassy and deep this is.
season of The Bachelor, and
I'm not blaming Nick. This is a post-production issue, Nick.
every spinoff of The Bachelor. And so she's pretty well informed.
Oh, that sounds so good. And now you heard that. Now let's go back to this. It's night and day.
I'll say whatever the fuck now.
Talk some shit.
Yeah, let's talk some shit. And anyway, and I love Sarah. I consider her a friend still to this day. I haven't talked to her in forever, but like friendly. And I got sent a clip, and the clip was someone was like, it was a clip.
By the way, let me tell you something. You don't talk trash about Nick Viall without him hearing about it. Okay, he's got the Bachelor mob being like, I hear you talking about me. It's like, no, Nick, I'm not talking about you. It's your audio. Your audio sucks. You need a better sound engineer. Why you got problems with my audio? I want you to be better, Nick. You're a small YouTube channel. You can improve.
Clip of Sarah saying Nick.
Which, by the way, last interjection until the next one. He got the sound ruffling right here because he was using he had the microphone without this, and there was just a lot of like a roughage happening there, and he got the code on. So I know they're listening. Let me help you guys out.
Nick slid into my DMs.
You got an $800 microphone. It sounds like we're at a Burger King drive-thru.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this?
Did you slide?
Where is
into
this
her
coming
DMs?
from? And I'm like, no. But also, like, the clip was like, made it seem like I might have recently done it.
Yeah.
Clickbait, obviously. And then I listened to the clip and so like out of nowhere and well, first she's just like, she was referring to like when we first met. She was like, let the record show that Nick Viall slid into my DMs, like implying that that's how we first connected.
Yeah.
And then they had like a big ooh moment from it. And then they asked her if I knew that I was going to be the Bachelor when I said yes to Paradise. And she correctly responded, no. And then, but proceeded to follow up unsolicited by saying, no, but he probably campaigned for it, which she has the right to, that's an opinion of hers. That's
in saying, like I said, saying someone campaigned for something, it's hard not to. If we weren't campaigning to be decent humans on the show, we would be horrible. Do you know how people talk to their friends and to others? You're trying to make each other laugh. You're just like, whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying there is obviously a performative aspect that everyone goes through by being on the show.
It's her right to speculate. But I'm granted, I will acknowledge, probably sensitive to this topic. But I was just like, well, so out of left field. I will, as far as the campaigning, you either campaign or you don't.
Yeah.
Campaign's like a public thing. It's either, I guess you can campaign privately, I suppose.
Within the network or whatever.
Below. But like campaigning to be the Bachelor has the adverse effect. It never works. If you were to campaign, and people have in the past, you become the lead in spite of it, not because of it.
Yeah.
Like when I was, after Andy's season, they made Chris Soules the Bachelor. And granted, this is a long time ago. This is when social media was different. And I don't even think Chris was running his Twitter. But every time he would keep retweeting people who'd be like, farmer needs a wife, and he'd just retweet every single one. I don't think he knew better. It was kind of endearing. And they were like, Chris, you got to stop this.
You gotta knock this off.
And the other people that come to mind who actually campaigned, Jason Tardik did a little bit, Blake, and when they made Colton the Bachelor. And it's fine if you do, but like, it's like out there. It's like, I've never done that.
Yeah.
So anyways, she has the right to speculate. And then later in the episode, she out of nowhere goes, well, I mean, by the way, like what Nick DM'd me wasn't like in any way like romantic or whatever. He probably deems everyone. Like I felt like she caught herself.
Yeah,
like she realized.
But when you say slid, that implies something.
Yeah.
I listened to it, and like she definitely
flirty.
at first made it seem like a little.
This feels like a Seinfeld episode. It wasn't a slide. I didn't slide. I walked into the DMs. You'll know when I slide.
Like he slid into my DM.
And so, like, I consider Sarah a friend. So, like, I haven't talked to her in years. So I wrote her. I go, hi, Sarah.
She's like, oh, shit.
I DM'd her. I go, hope you're well.
Sliding back in. You're like, this is what it means to slide.
I go, hope you're well. Out of curiosity, why are you telling people I slid into your DMs?
Oh, God.
Well, you don't let me tell you something. I got a DM. Nick slid into my DMs, by the way. Did you hear this one? Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news here. I don't know if you knew this, but we actually had a moment where Nick slid into my DMs. I just wanted to let everyone know. Breaking news, Nick slid into my DMs. Okay, that's enough of that. How far will Dave go for the prop? Pretty far. So I had a moment where he messaged me, and I'd never spoken to him before, and he said, call me. And I go, oh my gosh, what did I do? He's going to be up like, oh, I don't want beef with him, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, all right, how you doing, man? I saw you on my YouTube. I saw it, like I got your videos recommended. And he was very nice, very nice. But it's just funny when like you get a DM from Nick, you go, oh boy, here we go. Because you know that in some ways, in the hierarchy of Bachelor Nation, he's a mob boss. And I mean that with all respect. He's a mob boss in Bachelor Nation. Hey, I heard you DM me. You sliding in my DMs?
She goes, hi, Nick. I don't know if you listen to the podcast, but I said it was in a non-hitting on way.
All right, we're going to finish this in a second, but I just got a DM from Brittany that says, you need a short-sleeved Hawaiian shirt as a prop to look like Nick. Well, I'll actually do this. I'll take this moment to promote my better half, my fiance. We just got a date, by the way, for the wedding. We finally got a date, and you're all invited. You can bring a gift. No, don't. And she'd be like, why the hell do we have a audience of power listeners? Because they're here ready to be entertained. Anyway, she just posted this yesterday. So if anyone wants to go support Tasha, you can. This is what she's packing for her Hawaii trip, which people have been asking me to make this video. If enough people comment on her Instagram reel and say, can you make one with Dave? I'll do it. But I'm going to need a good handful of you guys to comment on that. And because I think, if I just like jump and my shirt changes, I think that could be a good thing here. I don't quite have her style. Like, I can't. It doesn't work the same when I do it. You know what I mean? I don't have the elegance. Women love to do that leg kick thing. They do that leg kick. Anyway, point being, that's what she's getting for her Hawaiian trip. But I don't get a whole box of clothes sent to me. But Brittany says Dave needs a short sleeve Hawaiian shirt. Well, let's do it. I haven't even opened this yet. But you know me, I'm one to peruse the old internets once in a while. Look at this. Oh boy, this is a good one. Breaking news here. Look at this. Linen shirt Dave has a new shirt here. Oh boy, that's nice. Oh, you can't even see it. God damn it. The dang green screen. It doesn't work. Oh, shoot. All right, you're going to have to go to my Instagram because this is actually a quality shirt. Although I bought it because it said linen, and then I found out it's 55% linen, 45% cotton. And I'm like, bro, I didn't say I wanted a half linen, half cotton shirt. I said a full linen shirt. A little respect, please. Anyway, let's just let's wrap this puppy up here.
She did 20 minutes
Yeah.
later, but because you are someone who got to meet everyone, definitely never said it was anything more than that. But I did deliver it as a joke. But if it was in poor taste, I'm sorry. I felt it was pretty clear that I said it was a joke, recalling it as it somehow I met. That's all. I hope you can see it as just that. I wrote, gotcha. I go, that and saying I campaigned to be the Bachelor just, was kind of out of left field. Anyway, looks like you're doing great and happy, so that's nice.
All right. I wonder if Nick's favorite musician is Tom Petty. Come on, folks. All right. It's funny. Look, he could be the president of the United States and be like, did you tweet about me. Like, hey, he's on top of things. All right. Speaking of being on top of things, let me know. Follow me on Patreon. By the way, if you wondered, like Dave, you said some weird things during this video. I have this game that I play with the Patreon where I let them send me quotes and I try to work them into my episode. So I try to work in different random things people would say, like New England clam chowder and, slippery slope and stay in school. And I got the meat sweats. Oh, I missed barrel sludge. Oh, that's too bad. Hot, fresh, piping hot lava. I missed some of these. Sorry, I didn't catch those. Anyway, it's a ton of fun we're having over here. If you want to join the Patreon, patreon.com/Dave Neal. Let me know what you think. Barrel Scraping Dave out. We'll see you in a little bit. More content. Make sure to check out the Dave Neal Stand-Up Clip Show. I uploaded 5 new stand-up clips today, and the Dave Neal Show is going to have fresh new content coming your way. So if you want hot, fresh, piping hot lava, it's deep down in the barrel sludge, and I'm here to provide it. Bye, guys.